Bobbi with Peace, Love, Paws Pet Sitters here in Columbia, Missouri. And I want to welcome you all to episode 3 of Peace, Love, Paws with Bobbi in the boarding room. Today I am super excited. I've got a really good friend of mine here. Her name is Janeene Johnston, and I imagine a lot of you know her from the Spay Neuter Project, Neuter Columbia.
Absolutely.
That's right. And we are going to talk about one of our favorite topics. We talk about this all the time, and we've got to let you pet parents in on our little secret. So it's going to be about kitten season. So my first question for you, Janeene.
Secret. What's the secret? That's what I want to know.
Right. So first of all, I want to know, and I know this is something that comes up to me as a question and to Scott a lot as a pet parent. Will ask us questions about different things. And is there really a kitten season? Is that for real?
You know, when I was growing up, and even until I took this job at the Spay Neuter Project, I think we always thought there was a season, and everybody said, spring, the kittens are going to come. And I'm here to tell you that working at the Spay Neuter Project for 4.5 years, we see kittens come in January through December. There are times of the year it seems like there may be more kittens, but I'm telling you, there is not a time when it ever slows down. There's not a time when we say we don't need to get kittens in for surgery. So kitten season has become an all year round thing at this point.
Okay. So I always kind of get some other questions too, and I want you to kind of share with me because I think it's kind of a tough topic because of kittens and birthing and then mamas and dads and who does what and how things were ran. Because I mean there's so much going on. But I guess one of my questions is the problem only in feral colonies or is it across the board?
It's across the board. And here's what we talk to people about all the time when they call our clinic is you have kittens having kittens. So a female cat can have kittens, get pregnant at 4 to 6 months of age. So if you start really thinking about a mama cat can be 4 to 6 months of age, then when her kittens are 4 to 6 months of age, those female kittens can get pregnant. You've got cats having multiple litters per year. So it is not just feral cats, it's literally feral and owned animals, it's pets, it's you know, people always say, I didn't know my cat could get pregnant so young. And I constantly say, we preach, you know, spay and neuter, you know, by between 3 and 4 months for cats. 3 months because we want them to be at least 3 pounds, but 3 to 4 months because you're going to break that cycle of females going into heat and hopefully getting pregnant.
So Janeene, you know I'm passionate about cats as much as you are. And kittens are like, I mean, who doesn't love a kitten? So I think I really have learned, especially this summer, we had a little incident and I've kind of learned some stuff. And I really want to know your take on, because I know you've seen it, and I think you guys had a huge announcement about it on your Facebook and stuff, how hard it is for a female cat to have almost 1, 2, 3 litters in a summertime, right?
Yeah, so I mean, really a female cat will wean their kittens and almost automatically go back into heat again and automatically get pregnant. Let's face it, animals are different than humans. But they're going into heat, the likelihood that they're going to get pregnant is there. So a female will go into heat over and over again until she gets pregnant, for cats especially. And I would just say that is literally draining her body. So most kittens will literally, when they're nursing, kind of take all the nutrients from mama. They're going to suck most of the, you know, they're going to take all her milk. The milk has the nutrients. Mama doesn't have a whole lot to give at that point. And so mama cats literally need to have more food when they're pregnant. They need to have more food when they're nursing. But if you knowing that she's going to wean those kittens and turn around and go into heat and automatically get pregnant again, there's no opportunity for that mama to kind of recover. There's no opportunity for her to gain her weight back. No opportunity for her to rest. So it can be really traumatic, and a lot of mamas, you know, I mean, they are just exhausted and drained, but let's really face it. I mean, how many times can this poor female go into heat and have kittens And over time, sometimes then she may not have as many kittens in the litter, they may not be healthy, it may hurt her health as well. So you really have to think about what is that like to put her through that over and over again. I mean, I think that's so important to think about for that female cat.
Right. So, I mean, I guess that when you talk about the mom, I'm throwing this in because it makes me think of some, just some stuff that's going on that we've been aware of. But when you talk about the mom and you talk about if there's multiple litters, here's my concept. If you're in a colony or in a place where there's no control over what's happening, you've got a mom that's got a set of kittens at one age, a set of kittens at another age,
Right.
and possibly another set of kittens that are very small, and all those kittens think that's the mom.
Right.
So then she's not only producing milk and nutrients for one litter at one time, there's multiples going in, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then her own kittens are having kittens.
Right. Yeah, right.
So so here she is, she's got kittens, you've got 3 litters, you've got 3 different ages, but then the first and the second one are probably starting to get ready. One's probably already pregnant and maybe getting ready to have a litter. This one's going to come up on being ready, go into heat and get pregnant. I mean, it's literally a cycle, and you have to break the cycle. You absolutely have to break it.
Okay. So we're talking about mamas. What about the boys? Because we know that it takes 2.
It takes 2. Bottom line, mom can't get pregnant without the boys.
That's right. What do we?
Takes 2 to tango.
That's
remember?
right.
Yeah.
What's the answer? Because I can hear people say we got to get the moms fixed. Well, what about the males? So tell us about that.
So everybody wants the females fixed because those are the ones who reproduce. But they cannot get pregnant without the males. And if you only fix the females of any litter, dog or cat, the bottom line is you're only solving half the problem.
Right.
So you have to fix both. Obviously, I understand people wanting to fix the females first because the females are the one who are going to get pregnant. But if you leave the males out there, that male is going to travel for miles because a male cat can travel miles. They sense, they have that sense. They know when there's a female in heat. So maybe your boy isn't getting your girls pregnant anymore, but your neighbors and your neighbor's neighbor and your neighbor's neighbor. It's not like the male cat is going, oh, I'm going to be a responsible dad, because that's unfortunately not whatever happens. So it truly is that piece of, if you've got to get both of them fixed. We understand waiting for the males. However, you don't want to wait too long, because for some males, if you wait too long, then they're going to start to spray. So it's going to become a territorial issue. They may be spraying because other males are coming around, or they're going to go to another house and that male is going to be spraying because here's another male trying to find, that pregnant female or that female who's in heat. Sure. So it really is that aspect of, if you fix the females, you're going to hopefully reduce your number, but you're not really solving the problem.
Okay, well that explains that. So I want to ask, because I like to do this, because I think it helps the pet parents kind of finalize and put the concept together that we're talking about. But what benefits and who gets the benefits from this spay neuter process that we're talking about? Just in the community or the pet.
Sure.
We know the cats, but I mean, like community and stuff. How does that work?
I mean, I really feel like your community gets a tremendous benefit, because what you're doing is, over time, you're reducing the number of strays, you're hopefully reducing the number of feral cats, but your animals are going to become healthier. You don't have animals who are fighting. You don't have animals spreading disease. You don't have that just constant cycle of pregnant animals. And you also don't have inbreeding. And so the bottom line is, you have to also take into consideration that a mama cat and her son have no idea that, hey, we're not really supposed to mate. Because then what you're doing is you're starting to have some inbreeding situations that could lead to health issues, chronic illness kind of stuff. So you have to think about that. But as a community, everybody wants their own pets to be healthier. So if we are being conscientious about doing the right thing by spaying and neutering, you're making the pet population healthier in your whole community, not just your own family or your own home.
That's a great point. So Scott and I are such huge lovers of the Spay Neuter Project in No-Kill, Columbia. We're supporters. We've helped out with things. Spaghetti is one of those big events you guys have every February.
They help set up. They always do a table. Absolutely fun.
We try to do everything we can because that's one of my very favorite events in Columbia, period, bar none. So I really want you to take a moment and just give me a big hoo-ha of what you guys have coming up or something you want to talk about really that's important to you right now, this moment.
What right now, I mean, I think the thing that has gone overlooked, and I say this all the time, and I don't know why it hasn't had more traction, but we've done over 25,000 surgeries.
I know! That's awesome!
25,000 surgeries. And the most amazing thing to me is if you take that 25,000, and if only, which we know this isn't the case, we usually do more female surgeries than males, but if you only took females, 12,500 animals, and then you took how many litters they could have had, how many unplanned litters have we prevented, how many times have we helped prevent testicular cancer in male dogs or cats, how many times have we helped prevent, a pyometra, how many times have we helped prevent mammary tumors, and the different health benefits that come with this. But I am so proud, because we are a small clinic. We are small. I always say we're like the little engine that could. We've had obstacles. By golly, we just keep going over those obstacles and just keep plugging along because we believe in the mission. But 25,000 surgeries in less than 8 years is phenomenal for us.
Sure.
And it doesn't mean we're going to stop. But it just means that where would our communities, and not just Columbia or Boone County, because we have people who drive, we had somebody drive on Friday almost 2.5 hours to get to us. Because they didn't have an affordable option in their community. So we see every day the need, how many people need accessible and affordable options for spay neuter. But 25,000, that tells us that the need is there, it hasn't stopped. In fact, I feel like it's increasing. And so our services are needed more than ever.
Right. I was so excited to have you come out to the boarding room, and because I could talk to you about this all day, and we have. we have done this before.
Yeah.
This is not the first time, folks. This is this is an ongoing conversation, seriously. But I really appreciate you coming out because you are an entity that serves a lot of other entities in this community, and I don't know if people understand that, and that is huge. And I really thought that us talking about kitten season for our pet parents or just anybody that's viewing this information, it kind of gives just a small tidbit of what's going on there. But in the real picture, you guys are really you're in the mode of everything that's going on in the pet world here. We are, and the one thing that we do is, so a lot of people ask if we have residency restrictions. Obviously we don't. Somebody came 2.5 hours. We have no residency restrictions. We have no income restrictions. Because what we know is that regardless of income issues, people will not spay or neuter their cat or dog because of finances. Because they don't want to spend X number of dollars. Right.
And so if you don't want to take care, if you can't do that, how are you going to do a mama cat who's just had 6 kittens? You don't want to do 1, so do you want to do 7? And so, making it affordable and accessible has been really important for us. And we serve I'm not going to say all, we serve almost all of the animal rescue groups around Missouri. So we may not be the only place they use, but we are often the primary place they use for their spay neuter surgeries. Right. So between the public and the animal rescue groups, and then we are doing probably close to 40 feral cats a week.
Wow.
So, we have cat surgeries on 3 days. We designate usually between 12 and 15 cats on 2 days and then fill in with some other ferals. So again, you look at that number, and if we even did 30 ferals a week, how many unplanned litters? And so there's that concept of we only serve a certain group. No, we are really trying to make sure that we're meeting a need in our community.
Yes. Well, I praise you guys, and I'm so glad you came.
Thank you.
And
I love this kind of stuff. Yeah, I love this.
I know you do. Great. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.